Righto, so off we go on the W650 rigid for our toner. Frame time. As we did with the Triumph, my Triumph 900, we're going to make the bearing cups that go into this bit of tube that make the headstock. So chop thick this chrome bar, really good fucking shit. It welds nice, it's strong stuff. I'm struggling to find the spec. I know it's not tool steel, they class it as bright bar, which is less prone to corrosion and a little bit harder, but it machines and welds nice, and I've got a bit of it, so fucking happy days, isn't it? We'll get these slugs cut, then we'll get over to the lathe and we'll get machining. I've got the bearing sizes, but I've not got the bearings. Incidentally, look at this little chuck in a chuck, fucking priceless, absolutely priceless. This little chuck came back to me from our aide, thank you aide. I gave him my very first Chinesium mini lathe, micro lathe, that subsequently died and been replaced by him. So he brought the chuck back, and I can use it in my chuck to hold really small stuff, because this don't close down on 3mm, 4mm, whatever. That does. Fucking brilliant. Okay, pot pickers. So we've cut those two fucking slugs, chunky monkeys. Just check the OD. I've drafted me 5996, 60mm. I've drafted me as always. There you go. This top one's a bit of something else for me drum frame. There you go. So I've got my draftsman's done his job. Got my CAD. I'm not using cardboard, so it's pad, which is paper headed design. Pad, because we use a pad. And what I need to do is face off the fucker, face off both ends, and then machine a clean up pass, and I'll set that as my 0. The biggest bearing I've got here is 52mm, so with the 4mm wall, 56, 58mm would do me, and this is 60mm, so 58 will do. I'll put this is me roughing out carbide insert. I'll use another one. I'll use this one for finer details, but this is tough as fuck, so we're using that. I'll need that, and this is tough as fuck, so they go together well. So anyway, first thing we're going to do is make a facing cut. All of this is going to be gone apart from 2 bits about 1/8 of an inch thick, once we've machined the outer diameter and bored out for the bearings. So all I'm doing is giving myself a flat surface to work from, really. We've got it all. No, a little bit more. So in we go. This horrible fucking swarf that it makes, look, the stringy shit. Can't get you every time. I try and break the edge a bit, but it's tough. Just so it don't hurt me, basically. But there you go. So we'll flip that around, do the other side, and then we'll machine 25mm of it down to what we said, 56, 58mm, whatever. That'll be cool. I'll join you again in a sec. Okay, so I've turned you around because we're going to machine this outside face down. It's fucking rock hard. So put a bit of coolant on, slowed the machine down, and we know that we're on 60mm, touched on 60mm. We're going to make we're going to do just 1mm thereabouts. I've done it already, look. I'm going to do a 1mm cut, which will take us to 58. Sorry for the bad camera work. And we're going to go down to 25 on there. And we need to do this twice, and that'll give us the outside diameter. So we're just looking after that tip. This is really hard shit. Away we go. Okay, so now it's boring time. And it might be boring, but it's certainly boring. If you know what I mean. Now we're going to just centre mark this with a tailstock. Nice and steady. Like that now. Centred the tool. We'll double check the tool post is nice and tight, although it fucking seems to self-tighten itself, so I don't think there'll be an issue there. I'll move the tailstock proper out of the way, bear with. Rid of that centre so I don't catch myself. Bit of the old suds on there. Bit of coolant. We'll touch on, and we know that we've got about 50mm to get through, so away she goes, Captain. And I should do that quite happily until it breaks through, and I'll join you when it has. So we're on to the big guns now. This is the biggest Morse taper drill bit I own. We'll take it out with this before we go in with the boring part. Maybe slow it down a little bit, I think. What do you reckon? What's that like? Fucking slow. It's probably going to chatter a bit until it finds its full depth of footlight, you know. Shirley Temple's don't lie. Look at those curly whirlies coming on. Absolutely looking wrong there. I'll get that done and then switch out to the boring part. Righto guys, so we've brought that out. I'm debating whether to keep coolant on the job or whether to switch to oil. Not sure. Right, either way, we need to take this hole out bigger now. It needs to come out to a 52mm fitment. The bearing is 52mm and it needs to be 15mm deep, this pocket. Oh, they'll show the little bearings, don't they? Wow. They must be 16 then. So it's 52 by whatever the inner diameter is by 16 thick. So I take 1.5 mil. I'll leave 1.5 mil off so that the bearing protrudes, because we need it to sit on the top yoke or the bottom yoke. You know, it can't rub on this. So I'll give it 1.5 mil. And I've got 40mm tool out, which is fucking loads. So we're on 15mm we need to go. So we'll zero a DRO and we'll take a light cut. I'm just going to change my speed. So, no, we don't want it flat out. What do we do? Okay, let's see what it's like flat out. A little cut. We'll go down to 15 and then we'll check the size. And then we have to look up the fucking knobble, isn't it? A bit oily. I'm just starting to see my breath. I don't think the camera will pick that up, but it's fucking cold. Right, so now we know X is 22.18. So we'll put that in. 22.18. Enter. We want it to be 51.9 thereabouts. So I'll get on with the boring out. Taking a couple of minutes at a time. If this scale wasn't fucking tripping out on me. We need a sanity check on this. I think the old Chinese DROs showing his pedigree a little bit this morning. I think I might have to strip it down and clean the fucking optic. on the exit gets a bit trippy. But I'll take a few clips out because we've got fucking miles to go, and I'll join you when I'm near down to 15 millimeters. Which is there. Okay. So that's that machine now to set the bearing. We'll chamfer that, just invert that bit. Like that. And set that edge off. Like that. Quite soft this shit. What we need to do now is machine a little relief for the bearing. So I'm going to go back in off camera and just make this central a little bit bigger and give myself a little step so I can get in with something to tap the bearings out if you ever need changing. If that makes sense. I'm going to open out the back of the part to slightly under the size of the bearing to a depth of a few millimeters. It's not crucial, but I'll do that off camera. Right, so we're done now. We're just going to switch round. I'm talking loud to try and cover the wireless up so I don't get copyrighted. The YouTube fucking copyright Nazis, it's all about the money. And I'm not going to sing along to fucking Noel or Liam or whichever one it is. It's fucking Noel, isn't it? What do you mean it's Liam? Okay, there you go then. So we'll spin that around, and now we're going to take this down to fit inside the tube and bore the middle out to 30 millimeters. Happy days. So off we go, boring that middle out. I've already done 30 millimeter diameter inside from the other end, so we've just got to do a channel tunnel and we're enjoying on with that, which is there, it's got cutting, so we'll carry on working that out to 30 mil. And I'll give it a 5 mil wall against the outer diameter that I'm just about to machine this down to. So, happy days. I'll join you when that's done. Hey, so righto, so we've bored that out, done channel tunnel, because I've got shit up there which I don't really want to pull out with my fingers, thank you very much, although they're fucking freezing. Now this needs to go down to 40 millimeters to fit inside this tube, which is what we make the middle part of the headstock out of. Fucking days, hope you can see alright, sorry. I'm my blue tube in the way, that's out of the way. And got to find my oil can, wherever that's ran off to. Oh yeah, I can see it. Get a bit of oil on the job. And we'll start a few mil short, 1/8 of an inch short, to put a radius in when we get there. So I'll set this down to 40 mil, and then we'll get the radius tool on it to clean up the transition. And I'll see you there. Okay, everything to machine in now. 60,000 cuts we're taking, and it fucking don't like it. I'm stringing that horrible shit is. Giving it a right good burr as well, but we'll clean it up. We're only roughing out. We'll take that down to where we need to be, which is just coming up. Just about there. We'll back the tool out. The DRO's fucked. It's proper fucking not registering properly. I'm going to strip it out after this, after I've done this one, and have a look. Got a bird, look, there's a fucking bird stopping me cutting, I've got it. It was a ring, like a ring of Saturn, it was. So we should be good, should be golden. Sorted, that should give us a 50 mil step to match up with the OD of the tube. should give us a nice fit in there. It's a little bit big, so we need a little more off there. And then we've got a bit of meat left to put a radius on. Happy fucking day. Just a measure then. So at the present, this is 40.16. You shipping it? This is what? 40 mil. It should just about fucking go. Yeah, it just wants to go. So we just need to take a fucking hair off this. Which is, I'm going to do that. Just a really light skim. It don't have to be a press fit. But it needs to fucking fit, you know what I mean? So, we'll take that down to there. And then we're going to dress the step. Right, now it comes out to 50 mil there. Which this is registering as fucking 48 points on it. And that's going to sit on the outside of the tube. So, try again. Oh, yeah, oh, that's fucking a little bit. It's every bit of tube. Just a little bit of movement, which is absolutely bob on. All that's left now is to make this into a radius, which I can do quite freely just by taking step cuts. Kind of like that, I think. We're freehanding this really, aren't we? Making it up as we go. So that should set us in place for the radius tool, which is about the only fucking tool I've not got down it. Oh, no. I'm going to have to pop it into a tool holder, so in it goes. Just give it a quick nip down. And clear away or put that ready to check the height, and it is too high, so we need to unlock this adjuster so we can wind it out a little bit. Try again. Too low. Try again. Still too low. And that is high. A little bit high. Just right there. Just drop it just a fart. Just a fart down. Nip that up. And now we can radius out this transition. Yes! Nice and steady. Almost there. A bit more. That's to the 50. That's to the OD. A little bit. Come on, you fucker. There we go. I'm going to touch on that 50. There. Just get rid of that fucker. There we go. Happy days. Now, I can give myself a bit of an edge on there, look. You know, bit of a lead in. And just very gently, if I can get in with the file, which I can't properly, I'm going to touch on with this tool and just break that edge. So now we've got the bottom bearing cut made, ready to go in the headstock tube, be TIG welded round once I've cut this to length. One down, one to go. I'll get the top one made off camera and join you on the welding bench. Right. No. DRO. It's fucking picture quality on this is absolutely shit. Well, it is through the lens. Maybe my fucking screen protector's there through the lens, through the fucking camera. You know what I mean? Look, got movement. This keeps happening with this fucker. It's twice now. It's come loose on me, so I need 2 hands to do this, but the problem is, I think I catch it with my spanner. See, there's a nut under there that I use to lock off the carriage. Let's get this other screw out. And that will release the cover. And you can see these bolts. There's another one somewhere halfway along, or somewhere there on the end. Is it? It's the whole thing's come loose, so I need to take this off, give it a clean, and tighten the backing up. I'll get in there with some alcohol and some solvent and some lock shite. That's what I'm going to do off camera. But there you go. That's what's fucking wrong with the DRO. Okay, turn that off. The saw is cutting the tube, and those 2 made. One for the top, smaller bearing. One for the bottom, bigger bearing. Sit like that with a bit of tube in between. Happy days. Righto, so we've got the tube. We know we need 60mm off the finished length to accommodate the cups I've just made. And the finished length is 193 written upside down, look. So I want 163. I want a piece of this 133. So I'm going to struggle with one hand and try and show you that I'm going to cut one a little bit longer. Where are we at with that? 136, bit too much. I'll get it just right off camera, or even on camera. Look at that, 134. No, don't leave enough. Well, I'll fuck about and I'll get a piece of that cut. There we go, cutting a piece 135 long, and that'll leave a mill clean up each end to face it off, which we'll do over in the lathe. We'll face it to size once we've cut it through. Happy days. Okay, so that just leaves ticking the 2 cups in, which I'll rely on the weight. They're a nice enough fit. I've checked the length, everything's cool. Got Mrs. Tiggy wrinkles out. I'm going to do a bit of left-handed so you can see what I'm up to. Turn my mask on. And I'm just going to put 2 or 3 tacks around the outside, flip it over, do the same, and then weld round it. And the job should be a good one. There we go, one little tack, give it a twist. Another little tack, give it a twist. Flip her over. See my breath. Lather, rinse, repeat. And now just run a bead round. I'm trying to keep it in frame for you. I don't know if you'll hear it, but every now and again I get a bad earth. I'll clean the table down, but you still get it. And you can hear this rattling as it's making contact and fucking moving with the frequency of the tiggy winkle. So, see if it does it, eh? Maybe a little, maybe a little. And there we go. It's one headstock, it's too hot to touch. So I can't really fucking, I'll move, I won't move that. So, that's it, part 1. Headstock's made. We'll get the rest of it stripped out now. There we go. Just jog over to it, so we'll get the front end, back end and engine out of it. And we'll get it up on the Jiggaroon and Rooney. And start running the tubes. So that just leaves me to thank you for watching. Please subscribe and give me a like. I really appreciate it all. All the feedback's fucking great. Hit the notification bell so that you get regular updates. And follow me along. Follow me along with this. I'll do a playlist the W650 playlist and the frame and all the bits and bobs and everything that I'm doing on it will be documented in video format for your for your fucking enjoyment. Lots of love, everyone. Take care.